And Todd, Galusha.
Come on, Todd.
Hey, Darren said we have to get photos and video of you to prove that you are
Listen,
actually
it costs
in
money
something.
to get with Vet United Castle for that visit.
He
So
had
we'll send
plenty
you guys
of
a bill.
pizza. He had plenty of pizza.
He told me to lay off the salad. I did. I think for pizza.
Black is slimming.
Yeah, let me turn sideways now. Thank you. My name is Duane Young with Warrior Thunder Foundation. So we are a local veteran service organization based out of, I refer to Native Massachusetts now. When our president Darren Bean was here, I say that as in he's still here. He just lives in South Carolina now, working, and is still the president. But he lived in Millis, and it started kind of out of his home and headquarters. He's a retired sergeant major. I'm an Army veteran, but we worked at the Army base in Natick, and 7 years ago, 2010, he had the idea that we want to be able to help more with veterans, to do more for local veterans in the area, get them, like they said, there's always been the big disconnect between VA, veterans, and the various organizations that are out there to help get services and help that is needed. A lot of times the VA can't do everything that a soldier needs or a veteran needs, and that's where we want to be able to fill the gap. Everybody talks about the 22 a day dying, and our goal, along with everybody else, is to lower that, and we focus on the transition, what we call the transition from the military. I like to refer to it as, we spent 5 years in the Army, 10 years in the military, Air Force, Navy, 20 years being taught how to shoot, fire, communicate, do your job as a military. When it was time for you to get out, they said, have a nice day, see you later. In 3 days, you were out of the service, and you were trying to pick up the pieces with your family, where to go. And there's a lot that's out there for you, but a lot of people just don't know it, and so we want to be able to provide that. We focus on, our biggest thing is through financial assistance programs. So if somebody goes to their VA or the local VSO, and they need help, they're financially desperate, they're late on the rent, mortgage, bills, they'll reach out to us. The VSOs will send them our way, and we will put them in for a grant or financial assistance program. So we'll pay the bills for them to help them. If they're looking for a job, we'll help them get a laptop, get resumes, teach them how to do resumes. We'll put them in connection with the right people that can help them the best. If they need clothes, we'll take them, we work with TJX, and get them gift cards to get clothes so they can show up to an interview and get a job and get on their own. So we do a variety of things. If they have PTSD, we do retreats. We just started a new one this year out in Western Massachusetts. And I'm not going to lie, because I was not the head of that program, but it was a 3-day retreat, holistic, yoga, massage, kind of variety of whatever that soldier needed, that veteran needed. We don't focus just on veterans, we focus on their families as well, so we include families with all that. We do scholarships through the year. We do 3 scholarships, 2 for children of veterans. So we're reaching out to the high schools. We're getting on the Massachusetts scholarship program website with a list of thousands of scholarships that they can apply for. So as long as their parents were veterans, they can apply for it. We also have one for veterans that we started last year. Because a lot of veterans like myself, when I got out, had a fairly decent job, and schooling wasn't fitting into the program at the time, and GI Bill lapsed under the old program. And there was a lot of older veterans that hadn't used it or want to go back to change careers. So we now have a $1,000 scholarship if you're for veterans. And so we do stuff throughout the year. We started with a motorcycle ride 10 years ago, 2010. So we're on our 8th motorcycle ride coming up. Then we expanded. We do a comedy night in the spring, and then we do a golf tournament in June. And those 3 events help fund our events throughout the year to help take care of soldiers. One of the nice things we say, we're all volunteers. 98% of what we take in goes back to the veterans in our local area and New England. 2% really, it covers the overhead, which is things like getting the word out, flyers and stuff like that it takes to run. None of us take salaries, we're all on our own time, volunteering times. And now we really reach out and help other organizations as well. show up at various events like this. Rocco is a good thorn in the side to get you to show up at some places. He's a great guy, great heart, but because of him, things like this happen. And now we're helping get the word out and spread the word, not only about ourselves, but other organizations as well. So, thank you very much. We're here all afternoon.
Important thing to remember too is sometimes vets don't want the help, but maybe they want to go out and volunteer. They can go out with Warrior Thunder or Project New Hope and hang around, help out. Maybe they set up tables or help direct traffic at the runs or whatever else. But at least they're getting out there and they're seeing what other options are available. So, you know, we just try to get everybody to understand there's tons of stuff out there. Fisher House, unfortunately, is not here. So instead of Fisher House, we're going to have 22 kill, Gunny, to jump. I like to volunteer as much as possible. Allan,
Katz.
Thanks, Gunny.
My name's Allan Katz. I'm a retired gunnery sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. I'm one of the event coordinators. There's a few of us from Boston, 22 Kill Boston Tribe. What we do is we sell honor rings, we sell swag, shirts, t-shirts, long sleeve hoodies, baseball caps. All the money we raise from these items goes back to veterans. We don't get a dime. Dallas gets a little stipend to run 22 Kill headquarters. Everything else goes back to vets. Up to date, we've sold over 1.7 million rings at $22 a ring. Rings, all the money goes to veterans. None of it goes to help with 22 Kill. And what we found out with 22 Kill, I suffered from post-traumatic stress. I left the Marine Corps as Force Recon Marine. The adrenaline rush was so bad I became a Boston police officer. My problem was I had to be first through the door. I had to be the idiot to chase somebody down with a gun. Until a sergeant that was a Vietnam vet like myself realized I had an issue, and he helped me. My son, Lieutenant Colonel in the Marine Corps, has done over 10 combat tours so far. Finally, because of somebody from 22 Kill that's a Marine also, recognized his issues and got him help. And he's a firm believer now in 22 Kill. And what it is we wear it on our trigger finger. I've never met a soldier, a Marine, Airman, Navy, Coast Guard, anybody that's going to disobey the rule of honor. They get in that bad situation, and most of it's firearms. They want to go, and hopefully they look down, they see that honor ring. We did a small survey last year and found out that a lot of the 22 that was involved with a firearm, they did not have a 22 Kill ring on. It was somewhere else in their home, or they gave it to a loved one. And that's why we push it so hard. I've lost 6 good friends from my team to 22 Kill. I lost a friend New Year's Eve, a good buddy, non-buddy, to 22 Kill. He called me, hadn't been 5 years, called me New Year's Eve at 11:55. At 12:01 his wife called me, said he killed himself, but he put his ring in his son's crib. So it kind of means a lot to me with my son. And our major issue now is we want to push this. We're tired of 22 a day, we want 0 a day. The past 14 years we have never had a 0 day. What we do in the Boston area now is I'm the coordinator for what we call the Boston Silky Hike. Yeah, baby.
It's 22, you carry 22, and we're doing it for 22. We carry backpacks with our little silkies on, t-shirts, no shirts. We walk the city of Boston, and we bring it out. This year, we had the pleasure of meeting a survivor, a suicide survivor. And his story to me was, Gunny was having a bad night. He goes, I put my gun to my chin, my wife called, I turned, and it went up through the side of my head and didn't kill me. 2 days later, I'm on Facebook. I see you and your son are the only ones as a father and son team walking the Boston Silky Hike. You're a non-vet, he's Iraq and Afghanistan. I had to meet you. It took me a year to finally track you down. He showed up at the end of our Silky Hike, came over, told us his story. Now he wants to be on the board for the Silky Hike, which is sponsored by 22 Kill and the Reverend Warriors. I have rings today at $22, honoring, and like I said, all the money goes back to 22 Kill, and we need to get that number down to 0. So thank you.